Our next activity is actually a coffee experience.
We are so excited. If you follow along, you know how much we love coffee. Gosh, Keith, it's so good. Yay! How is it?
It's perfect.
The essentials. Coffee in a cup.
Instant coffee in a bottle this morning.
We're going to be trying different kinds of coffee, learning about the history of coffee in Vietnam, and so much
There's
more.
a lot of coffee culture here.
We're Keith and Deb, and if you're new here, we've been traveling through Southeast Asia over the last 5 months. We have just arrived in Vietnam and have been loving our time in Hanoi. And today, we get to try lots of coffee.
Subscribe to follow along.
We're actually super excited for this afternoon because it was insanely hot this morning and both of our energy levels are like pretty
We had a
low-key.
bit of a lie down after that sandwich. It's fantastic. It's really great, yeah.
So we are very excited to have some coffee and spike back up.
Pick me up.
We made it!
So this is another Airbnb experience we're doing, and Amy was so kind. She sent a Grab to get us and then walked out to pick us up because we're going deep into this like really cool residential area now. Oh, looks like we're here.
We're heading upstairs to get to the coffee shop where we're going to be doing our coffee experience.
First things first, wash your hands. It's lovely.
It smells, ooh. I'm trying to guess what it smells like.
What does it taste like?
Citrusy, I haven't tried it yet. And maybe cinnamony?
Go on, drink it.
It's really good.
It's refreshing.
So a little bit about ourselves first. So we are Suquan Roastery. You can see the brand name here as well. So we are a little coffee workshop team that aiming to share the more stories and beauty of the Vietnamese coffee culture.
We learned coffee first came to Vietnam with the French in the 1800s.
Does not smell anything like coffee at all. Taste-wise, does not taste like coffee at all. Tea?
It smells like coffee or tea.
I mean tea as well.
Sorry,
so
chocolate or tea. It doesn't smell like coffee.
Presently, Vietnam is the second largest coffee producer in the world, producing roughly 20% of the world's coffee.
That smells like a coffee shop and morning in paradise. Lucas also showed us a coffee flavor wheel and taught us the difference between Arabica and Robusta beans. Apparently this is a really fancy bean. Oh, that smells lovely. We're gonna use these fancy beans that he said they can charge up to $40 per cup of coffee with these beans somewhere. I don't know where that is. We're gonna make 6 different types of coffees.
We will be making pour-over coffee, Vietnamese bean coffee, egg coffee, coconut coffee, iced Vietnamese coffee, and apricot jam coffee.
So we measured the coffee with a scale. Oh, it is tricky to do this. There we go, I got it. And now we're
Nice.
grinding our own coffee beans.
That's a nice grinder.
Lucas made it look super easy. He's like, oh yeah, just grind it. And it's so, you can try me.
We roll the sauce. Turning out the coffee. Take that. Finish no more testing. That's when we're done.
This is by far the most in-depth coffee making experience we've ever had. We counted the amount of times we turned the grinder, we set the kettle to a certain temperature, wet the filter after grinding the beans, and then we added the ground beans and poured over with a specific technique. And once the dripping was done, we actually had to warm up our glasses, but it makes it nice and even. And so we did that, emptied them out, ready, gave it a little stir, and it was time to pour and taste.
All right.
Oh my gosh, the most technical coffee.
Yes. And so the cups are designed specifically to drink it. So you drink out of this side so you can smell
side
the
so you can smell
aromas
it.
while you're,
Ready?
yeah, cheers.
All right, cheers.
So, what do you think?
It's very smooth.
Yeah, very consistent. Right, very smooth and consistent. Full of flavor, but not too strong. It's the perfect mix.
And it's not too hot. You're not burning your mouth.
It's a perfect, yeah, it's not too hot.
So we're on to our second type of coffee. We're using the traditional Vietnamese coffee maker called a phin. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. And it's 4 different pieces. There's the body, the base, the hat, they call it, that keeps it in, and then the press.
First, we measured our materials to make sure we had the exact weight to then measure the coffee beans, being very precise. From there, we added hot water and let it steep. While our coffee was steeping, it was time to separate our egg yolks from the egg whites for our egg coffee. Next, we added honey, condensed milk, and a pinch of salt before blending for a very, very long time.
So before we add it to our egg coffee, I'm gonna try it, see how strong it is. Oh my goodness.
Is it strong?
That is so strong, but it's good. But it's like, woo, energy. It's energy, that's for sure.
Bingo.
You're waiting now. So if you know me, you know we love coffee. But I did not know there was this much knowledge to know about coffee. There's always more to learn.
Next, Lucas added our whipped eggs to the cups and added a shot of our extremely strong coffee and cocoa to the top.
Here. I personally don't think it's much of a coffee, it's more of a coffee dessert. And I'm not a huge fan of it so far, but I'm gonna try this one, see if I like it some more.
So, what do you think? Which do you prefer? Layer or mix?
This one's much better.
Yeah, you like it better?
This is good. But you can still taste the egg, you know?
Yes.
But it's good. It's
Yeah.
protein, right?
How about we add more?
But it's raw egg.
I honestly just love it. It's so good. Just like that, we're on to our next type of coffee, which is Cafe Suda. Got that right? And it is coffee with condensed milk and ice, and we're gonna be making it in a shaker.
So for this simple coffee, it's a 1.5 ounce shot of coffee and then a quick ounce of condensed milk. They love their condensed milk here. Before adding ice and then shaking it up a bunch. Here you go, Dylan. That's beautiful.
There you go, try it.
Another word for
Best
this
one?
drink here.
It's pretty nice. It's dessert coffee again. You know, we usually don't put sugar in our coffee, so this is like dessert coffee, but it's delicious.
This, I think, was my favorite one. It's like a real dessert. Like, oh, it's crispy, it's creamy. Crispy as in cold. I love this one. Next up is camping coffee.
Yes!
Actually, it's a special one with apricot wine and marmalade.
But
I'm
they're
excited.
using the coffee maker
They're also
that
showing
we
us how to
that we
use
go
the
camping.
camping coffee machine that we always use properly, because we've always used it not properly, I bet, or I think.
Lucas first added the coffee, then a shot of wine and a spoonful of marmalade, some ice, and then shook it up.
Oh,
All right, let's try this out.
Smell it. Is it okay? It's different.
It definitely is different. I've never had coffee and wine together.
Coffee, wine, and jam.
It's interesting. It's got the bitterness of coffee, but then also the taste of wine. Like, I don't not like it, but I don't love it, I would say.
Okay. Actually, better than it smelled earlier. With the ice, it's really quite good. It's floral, and I don't mind it at all because it tastes like espresso, like sweet fruity espresso. I'm not gonna lie, this second last cup I wasn't sure about, but I think it might be one of my favorites, or my favorite. Very cool.
Very cool.
Very different.
And we
very,
still have one more coffee to try.
very
Do you
fun.
see? We're just starting to get full of energy.
Right, so the lovely coconut coffee. Actually super easy to make. It's only coconut milk, condensed milk, and ice. About 2 tablespoons of each, even. And then you add the ice in the blender. 2 tablespoons for 1 cup of coffee, that is. If you're making a whole pile of them, then that's gonna be different. And mix it up with the coffee on top, and that's all it is.
Wow, beautiful.
Wow.
It's still before 5, so it's okay we're having one more coffee. It's fine.
6, it's no problem. Our last and final coffee, coconut.
Smells so good. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, dude. Lovely.
It's really nice.
We can get a spoon to eat the rest like that.
Let's go grab spoons.
Let's do it.
Great. That is awesome.
Thank you so much. That was so fun.
Wow, that was
I love
awesome.
coffee. I love learning about stuff.
Yeah,
I learned about
so much knowledge.
the technical things about coffee
How
prep
technical coffee can be, and also the history of coffee, which
in Vietnam here.
yeah, so interesting. So again, this was an Airbnb experience, and we have the link below if you're interested in doing a coffee experience like this. They also run cooking classes here, which also look incredible. So again, the link's below if that's something you'd be interested in. We made it back to our room. We got a drive back, which was so nice. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm a little
Devin's
caffeinated.
over caffeinated and I'm feeling just right.
It was so cool. Today was such a neat experience that we've never done something like that before.
That was lovely.
I felt like a chemist, a scientist. I felt like I was in history class in the best way possible because it was something I was so interested in.
If you're interested in that lovely experience, we have a beverage and 5 different coffees as
That are
well
all
as
delicious.
learn about Vietnamese coffee culture and Vietnamese
History and coffee history.
and the technicals of making coffee. Yeah, that was fantastic. Su Quan, the Airbnb, link below.
We would definitely recommend it. Thank you so much for watching. We know this was a bit different than our usual videos, but it was just such a neat experience we wanted to share with you. So thank you for watching and we'll see you in our next video.
See you soon. Pretty close to the camera.
Probably be up until like 3 a.m.
Yeah,
But it's great.
Rotisserie and
Roastery.
rotisserie.
Rotisserie's chicken, isn't it?
Yes. Su Quan.
I think the caffeine's hitting you too.
No, it's not.
Okay, come on.